going to be talking about CES 2025 as yeah, we're going to wait for some people to trickle on in, of course, as we always do. Give it a few minutes, but yeah, we are going to be talking about CES 2025. It has been an interesting CES. I wouldn't say there's anything like ex- astounding. Like there's nothing too exciting, but there are a couple of interesting things, including uh, a certain hologram from Razer that looked interesting. I'll say it. It looked interesting, but for maybe different reasons for me. The Icarus, welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing, man? Once again, we're going to wait for just a few more people to trickle on in, and then we'll start. I'm going to get some sources up and going, but figure we can chat whatnot. Um, yeah. So it. This is the first stream and first video of the year, so yeah. Welcome back. What's up, LoJack? How you doing, man? Um, just throw that in there. Uh, Dickrus, can we also talk about most anticipated 2026 titles? We can. We can. In fact, I was going to do it this week with Susie. I was going to have her on and we were going to talk about like our favorite games of last year and then talk about some new stuff, but we might do that next year, but or next week. But today we can talk about 2026 anticipated titles, most anticipated. Yes, happy New Year's, LoJack. Well, happy New Year's indeed. I know I've been a little honestly, I took 2 weeks off of work and I was checked out playing Overwatch 2. By the way, an amazing game. Love it. I love the first one. Uh, it's from the same developers that made Fallout New Vegas. Really, really like it. It's definitely one of those games where it's a niche of kind of a little bit more of a hardcore first person RPG. And so it might get into some things that some people just might not care about. The Susanator, yes, LoJack. She's not gonna be here today though, but maybe we can get her here next week. Um, yes, 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 yes. We might not have too many people today as I haven't streamed in a couple weeks as I took some time off. And yeah, when that happens, things tend to get a little slow in the beginning. But I'm gonna start pulling up let's see. Anticipated games. See here. Just gonna get a list for us. I guess Polygon would be an interesting one. Dicker has bought me some PS5 games over the last couple of weeks. Nice. What'd you end up picking up? What did you end up picking up? It's hmm. Okay. Uh LoJack started playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla again. Did you ever beat it? Did you beat it the first time, LoJack? Yeah, I haven't played that one yet. It does look it looks I'm just Black Flag was my favorite and the only one I've ever beaten. There's just other games I prefer, but the Assassin's Creeds always look interesting. I think if they would have been very sequential and like really tied everything in both worlds, like in both the past and also the present, um, I'm not going to ruin any events, but I I think I would have been much more to go like I would have been much more intrigued to go back and play the whole series, but the series, like by the time I would have probably played the whole thing, really did not intrigue me. See here. Okay, let's start out with CES and then we'll get into most anticipated games. Let me start sharing. Screen, window, and da da da. Okay. Um, let's see. Wait, did it not work? It doesn't like me for some reason. Let's see. It does not like me to share with audio. Oh well. Okay. LoJack. I think I got close. Wanted to start over again since I forgot how to play. The new Assassin's Creed Samurai game is ass. Is it? It looks fun. Honestly, if there was one of the games I would try, it would be probably that one. Um, I've heard complete people complain about it, but not for I think reasonable reasons. The Icarus, Vampire Masquerade, Swan Song, Forspoken, Deluxe Edition, Forbidden West, and its DLC. Nice. I got Horizon Forbidden West for Steam months ago, and I haven't played it yet. I might not get to it until sometime later this year. Raichi, oh, the money that I've spent, I spent it with good company. Nice. Party Glass was such a good finishing song for Black Flag. It was Raichi. Okay, guys. So, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to CES, but I actually almost went. I'm kind of glad I didn't because I just knew that there wasn't going to be anything of too much interest for me there. But I almost went. The biggest reason I didn't is because I took 2 weeks off of work, and I didn't want to take another week off right before I'm going to be going to a work thing in a few weeks. So, ugh, reasons. Um, LoJack, looks like the devs are starting to get Steam Frame. I need to make up some credentials and pose as a dev to get a kit. I need to make a game so I can get a dev kit. It's too late though. I asked, and I'd probably need a reping about getting a Steam machine for a video, but I'm honestly fine also just getting it for uh, the normal way. As long as I can get one when it first comes out, that's all I care about. I just hope while I'm in Mexico they don't release it. So is this no the best products on the eve of this is not right. So this is not right. I chose the wrong one. I apologize, guys. I said 2025. I meant 2026. I am still getting into the right year. Let's see here. It's funny that I kind of I mean, we all have that issue, right? Where we forget what year it is, especially when with the new year. Once again, happy new year. Uh yeah. So a couple of notes. I don't know if you guys seen this, but they have a trifold Galaxy phone now. Um it's kind of interesting. The concept looks like you can easily also like have three apps open. I do like the multitasking that comes with this. If you know me, like for the past little while, I've bought into Apple, and so I'm waiting for Apple's Fold. But this does look interesting. It looks interesting too for like some mobile games where if they're portrait based, that you could play some maybe while you're watching stuff. I don't know. Maybe you can flip it around, watch stuff eat more easily. I like multitasking. And so anytime that something will give me a chance to multitask, I like it. But I did I we got news of something like this before CES, so it's interesting that they brought it there. But trifold, it's a slightly thicker than the regular um bifold, just the regular fold. Um, Chris, I own the Steam version of Forbidden West, but decided to pick up the PS5 version as well. Did the PS4 upgrade option since the PS4 version was cheaper. The complete edition on PS5 wasn't on sale. Oh, interesting. Yeah, going that route's not a bad way to go. Raichi, it was all about AI. Yes, it was, but it was not even in a consumer fashion almost. It seemed like it was more business oriented. I saw someone mention in the news that this is much more like business. Like in the past, it's been business oriented, but like this is like not consumers, but business like consumers kind of expo. LoJack, if I can't get one at launch, I will fight Gabe. I feel that a little bit too low, Jack. Dickrus also bought a Fire Tablet 8 and getting my 200 piece. What are you going to do with the Fire Tablet? You going to do some, there's plenty of stuff you can do with it. That's interesting. Okay, so, um, we'll go through some of this, but there is a very specific one we're gonna get to. How would you okay, guys, let's zoom in on this a little bit. You guys gonna get the LG robot butler, Cloyd. How's it going, Cloyd? This is an interesting choice, I will say. Let me see if I can rearrange my camera here. I don't need my robot doing heart eyes at me. Like, I don't know if I like that. Like, I fall down, it starts making, looks like it's in love with me. I don't need it taking advantage of me, while I'm sleeping or doing anything throughout the house. Gets me a little worried. But as long as it doesn't kill me, I guess. So is this like a vacuum and everything? It looks like it can do about everything. It no longer novel to show off a humanoid robot that can move or interact. We're at the stage where it needs to do something interesting or helpful. LG's Cloyd gave us a demonstration of types of everyday mundane tasks that some people would happily turn over to a machine, like folding laundry, doing dishes. How well did the wheeled android with massive arms and hands do? We got to see it in action. I It's always interesting to see it like try to do this type of tasks. I will have to say, if you're in a house or an apartment that only has 1 floor, it's actually not too bad to have the I'd actually prefer it this way than some of the, two-legged, robots that we've seen before. But it's so weird. Going to a rich person's house, like, in the next few years is gonna be so weird because they're gonna have something like this. They're gonna be like, "Finally, we can stop paying that, uh, the" oh, what is it? Maid. We can stop paying the maid and get something cheaper. We can save some money, rich people, uh, money saving habits, I guess. Richie, I got myself a new phone, a 2023 model, but it was cheap and has a 512 gigabytes of storage. Nice. Hey, there's no problem with going with older versions of phones. I've done it before with Androids. iOS, I tend to go with the newest one, but I don't upgrade for a few years. Usually, it depends. Um, LoJack, I just want a robot that rolls around and relentlessly makes fun of me. I'll call it a douchebag. Damn. You know what? You could probably program it and be like, "Hey, I just want you to just to be a buddy. You want a drinking buddy? You can sit there and just drink with it." Cloyd fetched a jug of milk at its master's request. I don't know if I like that, but never attempted to pour it into a glass. I will say there does get to a point where doing this type of stuff, unless you're really busy and as long as you're getting your physical activity and everything like that, leaving your robot to do your laundry, a lot of stuff that you should probably be doing is going to just put us into the grave sooner. It's pretty much giving us no reason to do chores around the house, which can help with, mental health, physical health. But also, it's just like, are you just going to work all day? I don't know. I guess you could play all day. I guess you could play. It gives you more time to play on the computer. I'm not against that. Um, see what else they have on this site. Did you guys run into anything interesting from CES? Same old, same old. I like smart stuff. It's going to be an incremental, hard to sell fancy new things with smart home stuff. E-paper stuff, meh. We've seen it all time and time again. Pebbles, a smart ring you don't have to charge because you can't. Okay, yeah, stuff like that. Where segues getting into the bikes, that's interesting. Rachie, should we buy a GPU now or wait for the Gabe Cube? Oh, Rachie, oh, Rachie, oh, Rachie. Um, if the Gabe Cube's performance is fine for you, which it should be able to play about anything, bar maybe one or two unoptimized titles, you're good to go. But that's actually a good idea, Icarus. I didn't think about that. I need to start adding Steam credit to my account too, because that's how I think I'm gonna save up for it. And then I don't have to deal with, another bonus of that is that then you don't have to worry about credit processing times, like, that happened last time. So, I guess during the Steam Deck 1 period, um, Susie was able to get a Steam Deck when she me and her were both going out at the same time. She was trying to get herself one or us one. She got my first one, but I gave it back to her after I got mine after a week, month or 2. But, we were both going at it, and then I got hung up at the payment processing. So, if that would have gone through properly, I would have gotten one much sooner, but it took me I had to go through, and it took me longer, and then so I was further down the line was part of the problem because it got hung up and I had to restart or some weird stuff with that. So going Steam credit route, you're saving up your Steam credit to then buy something later or to buy it later without having to go through it too much processing. Yeah. The Icarus, did you buy it right did you reserve it right when it was announced? Like when they started reservations, were you able to buy it? Wait. No, reservations were maybe that was the problem too. It was just a reservation. It wasn't a full purchase, was it? I'm trying to remember if we purchased it right out the gate. I don't know. All I know is I'm preparing. I don't know if I want to throw $1,000 onto my Steam account. I don't know if I like that, but maybe I'll put enough to buy one of the devices. But I plan on buying all three. I plan on getting the GameCube. I plan on getting the Steam frame, and I plan on getting the controller. The least of those I'm excited for is the controller, but the controller I think will still be great. I'm not too concerned about it. It's just I already have a bunch of controllers. Um, but yeah, Segway, man, they're making stuff. This is another really weird one. A smart oven that might actually be worth it. Um, I have a hard time with this. Like the like it probably will be able to tell the internal temperature and cook your steak or whatever. That's a very lean piece of meat. But whatever. Like cook your meat to the right temperature. Fine with that. It's not that hard to do it on my own anyways. Like, these companies come to me, call me once we have the replicators like from Star Trek. That's what I'll be excited is when we can really do something different. But yeah, did you? Oh, Steam. We'll get to it in a second. But Steam OS has a new device. Did you guys see it? There's a new handheld with Steam OS, which I might actually move. So I'm using Bazai right now, but I'll probably move to Steam OS in the near future on my Legion Go 2. Speaking of, right here. I've been playing. I played some Outer Worlds on it too, but I'm still loving this thing. This thing is awesome. It's expensive, but from my understanding, the Legion Go 2's SteamOS version is going to start at 1,100, like $1,200 essentially, rounded up, as opposed to $1,400 or whatever it was, 1,300. So it's like $100 off. It sounds much better, but yeah, it's like $100 off, I think. Yeah, fancy a 2K smart toaster for perfect toast sounds good. Hold up, Raichi. This is not a toaster. This is a fancy air fryer. Lenovo Legion Go 2 with SteamOS. Yes. We'll get to something soon. Got the mowing lawns, the MAM Motion's new robot mowers are built for toughest lawns. I mean, this is actually I would be tempted to buy one of these if it could open up the gate and mow the front and backyard. I guess I could always just have it ping me when or maybe I could just leave the back door. I wonder if it could handle that. If I just left open the gate, but I'm gonna be moving soon too, and we'll see if I have a lawn where I go next. But I hate mowing the lawn, plus I'm allergic to the grass. It kills me. Fire tag is a creative color for saving your pup in a fire. Ooh, I'd be for this one for Loki, so he doesn't, get burnt alive when the kids finally burn down the house. Um, the world's first self-emptying pool cleaner is on its way. That is cool. See, this is stuff like this is where like once we have enough of these automated robot vacuums, this is the automation that you're gonna see. It's not bipedal robots. Those are cool, and those will eventually could replace some of these, but, like, these are just specific based robots that are do the job really well, and you don't need to overcomplicate it with being bipedal. Rachie, anyone ever say G-Force? It's a movie. I think it is yeah, it is a movie. Okay, I could get behind some AI for my sleeping. I don't know about you guys. We'll get into the game stuff soon. More robots. Okay, guys, I gotta ask, are you more excited for, like, AI or robots? I'm assuming robots, but both are gonna kill us, so I don't know. Which one? I mean, AI will be in the robots soon, so they're kinda being worked on it simultaneously. Toys with AI in it. AI is everywhere, not and now even robot pets. Just get them a puppy. Oh, that would have been cool. So Lenovo and Nvidia had their combined presentation in the Sphere in Vegas. Interesting. Okay, I was hoping to see some of the game stuff that I was coming in. Okay, let's see here. Uh, this AI pet wearable keeps tabs on your furry friend's health. I mean, you don't have to call it AI. You could just call it a fancy dog collar that, you know, tracks your dog's health. It's currently discounted at it's a GPS tracker. Let's see. Along with health monitoring, the water resistant collar go promising a 15-day battery life includes GPS tracking and geofencing to help you keep your tabs on your furry companion. $67. That's awesome. I'd totally get that for my dog. Rachie, I'm waiting for the Gabe wife. You waiting to marry Gabe's wife? You're waiting for him to be done? Actually, I think he got divorced a year or two ago. I don't know. I maybe it was a rumor that I saw. Razer beats Apple to AI powered headphones. Oh, with the camera. So there's rumors of like AirPods. You see my AirPods, they're going to be having cameras, I think on the ends or something like that. I don't know how the cameras are going to work, but they're going to have cameras in the AirPods this year, is the rumor. Um, I'm okay with that. I think it'd be interesting, but at the same time, I'm all for adopting new technology, even at the detriment of ourselves, I guess. More bots, AI. I mean, that's gonna be honestly, that's gonna be the next 10 years. That we're not gonna get we're gonna be getting AI and robots. I'm sorry, guys. Just how it is. Uber's self-driving robotaxi is almost here. That's what I'm really worried about, because then they'll just replace all the drivers, and there won't be any more jobs there. We're pretty much the problem is like with all this AI and robot stuff, it's really cool. I'm all for us driving for more and more, striving for more and driving it more, but I want them to answer what they're replacing the jobs with. That's the first and foremost. That's if CES, if all these companies can come together and like, hey, we have an initiative or we're working with the government to make sure people have jobs or at least don't die in the ditch. That's what I care about. LoJack would be nice if they finally made a watch that could read my blood sugar. They have been only been promising that for the last 10 years. Do they not have I think Apple's really close to having one this year or really close now. They could be coming out soon. It will say like, "Oh, you can't use it as like you know, you have to be careful with it," but I swear they're pretty much on the cusp of making a good one. A sweet treat with a special surprise. I don't want my treats to have special surprises inside. It's how you wake up with a missing kidney. Um, A AI generated drink. I mean, that's also like horrible advert marketing sign, but whatever. They could have had AI make up a little bit better one, I think. 'Cause it's probably what they used was AI for that marketing. A solar charger that follows you around like a puppy. Don't need that. I have a dog that does that with his ball. That for paraplegics and for people that need wheelchairs. I mean, this that is interesting. A scooter drives itself, and you can now buy it. I like the concept of that, where you need to. I don't know why would you be out of your wheelchair at a completely different spot, but having it be able to pick you up. That's kind of cool. Was hoping to see this Legion Go thing sooner than later. Hey, but don't lets you turn your phone into a Game Boy with his flip pad. This is actually an interesting concept right here. I don't think you can hear this, but eh, I was not paying attention. We're gonna have to rewatch it. Crap. We went to Instagram. Oh well. So it plugs in, but it just flips up. Why have it flip? Why don't I just have it cuddle in there? I don't know. Maybe you can use it also as like a stand. Hmm. It's cool. I like the concept actually. As long as it actuates really well, I'm down for something like that. I do get tired of getting multiple devices. This would be really fun to play some old school like NES games. I do that. Um, I wonder if it's compatible with my iPad. That would be even cooler. Uh, Raichi, where's the 30-hour work week where we were told in the 60s? Yeah, I mean, honestly, productivity wise, we should be hitting 20, 30. Honestly, like right now, they should be hiring more people and then doing 20-hour work. Like they have enough money to do this. A lot of companies do, and then paying 20-hour work, like splitting the work up more. So getting more people to do the jobs instead of having one person do like 60 hours, split them up and have three people do 20 hours. Um, Technically productivity and if capitalism was doing a little bit, it was a little bit healthier right now, it would be doing that. We'd be there. But I don't know. I've been at a lot of jobs. I've been a developer for a long time now, and I've been at a lot of jobs, and half my jobs work me way more than 40 hours. Or I feel anxious enough that I need to be working 40 hours to hit their deadlines. So they pay well typically, but it sucks. Um, LoJack, at this rate, they will have a functional cure for diabetes before watch technology. They are very close. Yeah, LoJack, they're they're very close. They probably will have a cure or at least something that will like essentially, like you said, a functional cure for diabetes before they have a really good watch. Rachie, a Javelin, the Hyper Kin Game Boy controller I have. Ooh, nice. Um, Let's see here. Let's dive a little bit further into this. This one I thought was interesting. The allergen alert portable lab detects dairy and gluten in your food, and it's for all those. The worst part is the people that are going to buy this are probably the people that really don't need to watch for their gluten and dairy. It's probably going to be people that are like, "Well, I'm doing it for my health." Like, dairy and gluten are really bad for your health unless you have an like if you have an if you're allergic to it or have like well, I guess if you have side effects because of it, they're allergic to it, right? Like me, I have issues with dairy. This would be nice. But you know, the rich people that don't have those issues are probably going to end up getting it. And people that really like I wouldn't need this. I know what has dairy and what doesn't, and I'm not that bad. But like this would be very helpful, especially for gluten for celiac disease, depending on how accurate it is and all, you know, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of allergens that this could actually like once they get this working for a lot of different allergens, like this could save a lot of lives, especially if you go to Disneyland, or Disney. I can't remember if it was Disney World. I think it might have been Disney World, Disneyland. Um, Ragey diabetes already has it's called cheap insulin. Canadian created, then American ruined it. Oh my gosh. Well, you're not. It's not a okay. Okay. First off, Reggie, Um, insulin is not a cure. It is a medicine. Uh, and medicine and like prescription stuff like that, they're to patch a problem. A cure is you would never have to take anything really again afterwards or not very often. So, yeah, a cure would be to make it so that your body is creating enough insulin for itself. That'd be the cure. Hold up.